The death of Queen Elizabeth II is being felt around the world, including here in South Africa. The British Monarch died yesterday, aged 96. Her son, King Charles III, has ascended the throne. Condolence books in Pretoria and Cape Town have been opened to the public for those who wish to leave a message. I filed this report earlier. The British High Commission in South Africa is doing its bit to pay its respects and condolences to the late Queen Elizabeth II. Her death has marked the end of an era. She was on the throne for over 70 years, with many remembering her devotion to her duties.
These are very ceremonial occasions. There will now be a formal period of national mourning that tends to last around 10 days. We are waiting for details to be released by the palace of the details of the state funeral, probably towards maybe Monday next week, but we're waiting for those details. We have opened condolence books, as you've seen here, and down at the residence in Cape Town and Bishop's Court, for members of the public who want to come and express their condolences, or they can do so online.
One of the fondest memories the Commissioner has of the Queen is her shopping in an airport.
If I have to say, my favourite moment with Her Majesty, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind me saying this, is when she was making a stop in Singapore on the way down to Perth for a Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. And my wife and I had an extraordinary moment where we spent an hour at 6 o'clock in the morning showing her around the duty-free shops in Changi Airport. And we took her around, and I escorted Her Majesty, and my wife escorted Prince Philip, and it was just an extraordinary personal moment with this wonderful, wonderful woman known around the world. And by the time we got to the end of walking around the shops, everyone had spotted she was there, and there was a big crowd waving and shouting and saying hello. That is a real highlight for me in my career as a public servant.
Considering the close relationship former President Nelson Mandela had with the Queen, his foundation has reflected on the passing of the Queen.
She was a friend of the Nelson Mandela Foundation. The incoming king himself, King Charles III, we've hosted him at the Nelson Mandela Foundation. So we kind of understand the pain that the family must be going through. We were reflecting on some of the things that how the relationship blossomed over the years. And you'll note in the statement, he found Madiba on the phone, and he could hear Madiba saying, Elizabeth this, Elizabeth that. You know, one of the things we note is Madiba, by his own admission, he says he was an Anglophile. Deeply he believed in the ruling elite of the English ruling elite, and I think maybe it's also born out of his own roots at home here in the Eastern Cape, that he was part of royalty. We get trapped by the past, where we're hoping for a different past. We are hoping and arguing for a different past, with the hope that the more we argue, it might turn out to be different.
But we can't change the past.
We can't change it. And using the lens of the present to judge that past doesn't help either.
The Queen will lie in state at Westminster Hall in London. Heidi Giokos in Pretoria.